Hey everyone, this is Randy from BibleBuyingGuide.com. Today I'm taking a look at the Deluxe Wide Margin Bible in God's Word translation. This is a Duravella cover with an oak stalk design embossed into the front, two-tone, burgundy and gray. And then we have our text debossed into the spine. And then it does have a paper paste-down liner, Smythe sewn binding, and 39 GSM paper. That paper is excellent for reading, excellent for writing, perfect for highlighting. This is printed in China by RRD Communications. It stays open really well. So we start with an introduction to God's saving word. This is showing you God's love and the problem with sin, steps you through. And then we have life applications, and these are basically a topical list of topics that we would apply the scriptures to our lives. 5 pages. Then we get into our text. So there is God's Word Translation Deluxe Wide Margin layout. It's beautiful. 10.5 point font. 13-point leading. That's the space of the font plus the space between the lines. I'll zoom in so you can see that. That is a beautiful text. I love that text. I can hold this text as a standard design. I love this. And then for our margin space, we have just a touch over 1.5. See, we got 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. 1 5/8 for the margin space. Now this is easy to read. It's printed with line matching so that you can see the text on both sides of the page are printed in the same location on the page. Very little show through. It's not even noticeable. I mean, yeah, it's there. I see it if I look for it, but it's not it doesn't stand out at all. Footnotes are placed in the footer. Across the top we have the book name just above the text, separated by a line. The footnotes are also separated by a line, and then in the outer corners we have page numbers. And then we have this cascading poetic setting. Pretty. It's beautiful. This is a beautiful setting. Lots of extra space between the last word of a verse and the verse number of the next verse. So they stand out. They're easy to find. They're slightly more bold than the text itself. And this is a dark text. Section headings are bold, as well as chapter numbers. And then some of the section headings, like this one, for example, includes references to parallel passages. And then prominent names are in bold. There's not a lot of those throughout the text, just a few. Like right here, we don't see a lot of these names in bold. It is a black letter text. No lines or anything like that. It's just blank space. Of course, we especially see references in the Gospels, where we have a lot of parallel passages. As you can see, our black letter text there. Oh, this is beautiful. I love reading from this. Just reading from it. This is a great Bible for reading. The pages lay very flat. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of fold down into the gutter, but there's enough space to keep the text away from the gutter. I don't know if I can measure that or not. Almost a 1/2 inch, if not a 1/2 inch. This paper is easy to turn. It's bright white, no glare under direct light at all. Easy to turn. Now, I have not written in this. I don't want to write in it just to be writing in it. But I can tell you that this paper is on par with the best journal editions I've seen. Now, it doesn't feel like it has a coating, more of a rough texture, but that makes it easier to grab and turn like this. Yeah, this is excellent. And then in the very back, we have, each book starts on a new page. No concordance, but it does have, let's see, information about God's Word translation. This is very similar to NLT on the spectrum of translations. And then we have the teachings of Jesus. This is 9 pages, and it covers the topics and then gives you subtopics with references. So, yeah, I love this Bible. This yeah, it's excellent. I love it. I love reading from this. I want this exact Bible in all translations. I mean, identical to this, no differences. Give me this one. It's beautiful. Let's weigh it and measure it. So we got 6 1/4, the overall size, by 9 and just under 9 1/2, and 2 inches. And it weighs 3 pounds 6.6 ounces. I would like to see it available in a better quality cover, but if you ever need to replace that cover, this text block is well worth rebinding. It's really good quality text block. And as you can see, the way this lifts up, it rises higher when it's opened to allow the pages to lay flatter. So nothing gets lost in the gutter at all. One burgundy ribbon. The ribbon does feel a little thin for the size of this Bible, and I would like to see 2. I think pretty much any Bible of this size needs 2 ribbons. I'd like to see one in, since it has one in burgundy, I'd like to see one in the gray. That would be excellent. So yeah, I highly recommend this Bible just for reading, even if you don't want to use it for writing. I love reading from this. That's not so much extra space that it feels awkward. To me, this is what I want for a large print Clarion or something like that. This is what I've been wanting. Yep, beautiful, beautiful text, excellent paper. I love this. So I highly recommend this, especially if you like the God's Word translation. If you want something that's easy to read, this is excellent. And this thing only sells for like $39.99, something like that. So they did provide this in exchange for an honest review. If you have any questions, let me know. I will place some links in the notes where you can make a purchase, where you can see a more detailed review at BibleBuyingGuide.com. And thanks for watching.